The giant river otter is classified as endangered in the IUCN Red List, 2008, and has been included in Appendix I of the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species since 1973. Estimates of how many giant Brazilian otters remain in the wild vary between 1,000 and 5,000. Giant Brazilian otters are protected throughout their distribution but still suffer many threats. They have very few predators, although caiman and jaguars may eat cubs. Rhinoceros are a critically endangered species with less than 30,000 rhino living in the wild today. At the start of the 20th century, there were over 500,000. Human activity has caused this dramatic decline in rhino numbers. By 1970, rhino numbers dropped to 70,000, and today, around 27,000 rhinos remain in the wild. Very few rhinos survive outside national parks and reserves due to persistent poaching and habitat loss over many decades. Habitat destruction is a problem across their Central African range. Gorillas are also killed for the bushmeat trade, or accidentally killed or maimed by iron snares that are set in the forests in search for other bushmeat species such as pigs, Red River hog. The main threat to gorillas is people and the associated increasing pressure on the gorilla's habitat. With so few individuals in the wild, the mountain gorilla is listed as critically endangered. The good news is, their numbers have recently been rising. In recent decades, gorilla populations have been affected by habitat loss, disease, and poaching. With only 40,000 to 50,000 left in the wild, the species is classified as endangered. And it is critical to conserve both African and Asian elephants since they play such a vital role in their ecosystems as well as contributing towards tourism and community incomes in many areas. Once common throughout Africa and Asia, elephant populations have experienced significant declines over the last century. The species has been reduced to a single wild population of fewer than 10 known individuals in eastern North Carolina. Mismanagement, illegal killing, and hybridization with coyotes threaten red wolves with extinction. There are only an estimated 35 or fewer wild red wolves, and the International Union for the Conservation of Nature classifies them as critically endangered. Gunshot mortality is the leading cause of death for red wolves in the recovery area, mostly by hunters who mistake them for coyotes. The habitats of Asia's only great apes are fast disappearing under the chainsaw to make way for oil palm plantations and other agricultural plantations. Illegal logging inside protected areas and unsustainable logging in concessions where orangutans live remains a major threat to their survival. All three species of orangutan, which occur only in Indonesia and Malaysia, are classified as critically endangered. This is due to multiple threats from habitat loss, poaching, and illegal trade. Researchers urge that orangutan conservation needs more strategic investment. Amur leopards are the world's most endangered big cats due to poaching and habitat loss. It is estimated that the current wild Amur leopard population is 60 to 80 individuals. First on the list of the world's most endangered animals in 2022 is the Amur leopard. Between 2014 and 2015, there were only around 92 individuals left in their natural range. This number is now estimated to be around 84. Only 70 Amur leopards are left in the wild. Help us save this magnificent animal. Almost all of the 107 species of lemurs are endangered. One of the main reasons for the disappearance of these charismatic mammals is that they are found only in Madagascar, and their habitats are being rapidly destroyed through deforestation. Forests are cleared for farmland and for fuelwood. The 2020 Red List update highlights that 98% of all listed lemur species, 103 out of 107 listed, are now threatened with extinction, and a further 33 species are listed as critically endangered, one listing away from extinction in the wild. Hunting, habitat loss, declines in natural prey species, and retaliatory killings resulting from human-wildlife conflict are the main reasons this big cat is under threat. The snow leopard is listed as vulnerable on the International Union for the Conservation of Nature (IUCN) Red List of Threatened Species. The snow leopard is no longer an endangered species, but its population in the wild is still at risk because of poaching and habitat loss, conservationists said this week. While the majority of shark species have sustainable populations, a number of them have been shrinking at an alarming rate. For these species,